Welcome to Waxing Comical. It's Luke.
I'm Dan.
Damn
Yep.
it. Talking about Archie today,
The comic.
as opposed to the movie.
Yeah, they made a movie in the 90s called Back to Riverdale. It was a live-action TV movie.
Night of the Living Riverdale.
And there was a scene where Jughead raps to his son.
Was this a successful movie, would you say?
No, because it was supposed to spin out into a TV show. That didn't happen.
Shame.
He did a rap version of Sugar Sugar, which is a song that most people don't know this, by the Archies, a fictional band.
It was
The hell?
pretty,
What the hell universe?
pretty popular at the time.
By fictional... Like, who sang it then? Because they don't exist.
I don't know. They didn't. Did they even have a cartoon back then to have like voice actors?
I don't know. I feel like I've seen a picture of from like the Archie show or something like that, and they're just like, look on the Wikipedia page. I think it shows it, and it is horrifying.
I'm not going to look at that because it sounds horrifying.
It's very horrifying. I'll probably send a picture of it to you just to ruin you further.
That's cute. You think I'm not ruined?
I said further.
Yeah. We talk about the newer Archie comics, not the old school stuff.
Oh, actually, we do talk about the old ones quite a bit
Yeah,
because of how goddamn insane they were.
They were pretty insane.
One time, Archie went on a date with Ethel.
Who even is Ethel?
Ethel is the girl who's after Jughead.
Not in the new ones. No one's after Jughead now.
No, not in the new ones. I don't know even know if she exists in the new ones. But she is in Afterlife. He like bites her. She's dressed as Snow White, I think, at the dance.
I was going to say, the reboots can't really afford to have someone named Ethel. It would take us out of it.
Ethel Muggs.
Yeah,
with 2 G's. She's a homelier type of girl. Usually, like in some of the comics, she's like very like as far as like Archie characters, like very pretty. But originally, she just looked really gross.
She sounds like an 80-year-old woman. So,
well, she was made in like the 40s or 50s, wasn't she?
Yeah. So now she's like 160.
Yeah, but she wants some of that sweet, sweet Jughead dick.
Yeah, we all do.
It tastes like burgers.
Everything tastes like burgers.
It's like that story from when we were kids, or that book when we were kids about the kid who like got cursed, so everything he put into his mouth turned into chocolate.
Yeah, whatever happened? Did he get like dehydrated and die because he couldn't drink water?
He could drink chocolate.
Yeah, no, that's not how it works. I don't think you can.
Are you a doctor?
Okay, fine then. Did he get diabetes and have his foot amputated?
No, I was about to make a racist joke. I'm going to stop.
Anywho.
Yeah.
The newer stuff.
So we talk about Archie. We talk about Jughead. We talk about Afterlife with Archie.
Yeah, there's Archie.
Oh, and one time Archie went on a date with Ethel. That's what I was trying to get at. He went on a date with Ethel, and they had like a bunch of Mexican food. So I just imagine like farting a lot.
They spent the night together in a bathroom stall.
Yeah, and they went to like comedy club. So it was, and I think Archie wore like a blazer. It was a whole thing.
Did they hold hands through a hole in the wall between the stalls, thinking, "Oh, this is nice"?
He was like super into her, and I think Jughead maybe got jealous. I don't remember. Don't quote me on any of this. This might not have even happened.
Probably not.
Oh God, here's a picture. Okay, I'm gonna send it to you.
Okay. So we talk about Archie by Mark Waid and half by Fiona Staples, the art, and then I guess she gave up.
I assume she went back to Saga.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah, because I mean they're coming out with new issues.
Yeah. And there's Jughead by Chip Zdarsky and Erica
Henderson, who also does the art for Squirrel Girl. So I don't know how she has time to do 2 monthly comics.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a lot more common for writers to have multiple projects than the artists.
Well, yeah, because they don't have to.
They're doing the real work.
I don't know why I'm disagreeing with that. Like, I want to write comics, but it's not work. Because if you love what you do, you never work a day in your life.
Oh, you pretentious son of a bitch!
Piece of shit. Yep.
And then Afterlife with Archie, written by a name that I'm probably going to pronounce wrong. Roberto Aguirre Sacasa.
You don't have to put an accent on it. You're a white man.
I didn't. It happened naturally. It can't be helped.
There's nothing natural about the way that you say things.
And Francesco Francavilla does the art.
Well, that just sounded like correct but racist.
which is how I could easily be described, yes. Yeah. So that's what we'll be talking about. Archie, Jughead.
It's true. I was there when we
teen,
did it the whole
teen
time.
drama, burgers.
Oh my god, abortions and pregnancy tests and
Milkshakes
other
down at
abortions
Pops.
and like getting enough stamps to get a free abortion.
Is that how it works?
Yeah, you get like 10 abortions and the next one's free.
You get like one of the little punch
Maybe
cards.
10 more. Yeah, well, it's like a sticker.
Oh, okay.
Because I mean, they're already like taking stuff out, so they don't want to have that symbolism there when they punch it. So it's just a little sticker to add to it. Yeah. And it's like a little circle sticker, and it says "You made God cry."
A little frowny face, a single tear. They have fun.
They have fun at those abortion clinics.
Yeah. Team Betty.
Oh yeah, all the way. Veronica sucks.
Oh my god, but she has so much money.
That's so.
So like,
Betty's gonna like open up a mechanics. She'll be rolling in it. Like Riverdale's not a big town.
she's gonna open up a mechanic? Is she going to do a murder?
Yeah, she's gonna become famous. She'll write a book and they'll make movies about her, and she'll be very well off.
You're thinking of OJ.
I usually am.
She'll
that TV show.
She'll have a brief NFL stint and then star in some movies with.
She'll murder her wife
and
her boyfriend, and then she'll go on a slow speed chase with Malcolm Jamal Warner, and John Travolta will represent her in court, and David Schwimmer will be there with like Dracula hair.
Is this a dream you had?
This is a TV show that's happening right now.
Is it actually? I haven't been following that at all.
I think it just ended, actually.
I mean, I know that the TV show exists. I didn't know if everything
I just said was completely accurate.
Okay.
David Schwimmer plays Rob Kardashian, and he has, like, big, slicked-back black hair with, like, a white streak in it.
Ugh.
And I like a bouffant, like it goes up very high and then slicks back.
Sounds awful.
And it's David Schwimmer.
Yeah. Oh, that sounds really awful.
Yeah. It's just a living horse, man.
Well, I guess that's what the future holds for Betty Cooper.
But she'll be in some very good movies before then.
A single series of good movies.
Yeah.
Anyway, enjoy the episode.
Yep. Archie was real good. I reread the first 5 issues because I bought the first volume, plus read for the first time the 6th issue.
Is the 6th issue not part of the volume?
It is. No, I meant like I reread the first 5 and then the 6th because I hadn't read the 6th until I bought the volume. And yeah, it's 6 issues plus the first issue of Jughead.
Yeah. Which is unnecessary if you just also get the first volume
of
Jughead.
Like I'm gonna buy Jughead and now I'm gonna like have like an extra issue to pay for.
Just an extra thick book taking up your shelf.
Right next to the Archie and Afterlife with Archie. Still waiting on volume 2 of Afterlife with Archie.
Yeah, didn't they get like halfway through a volume?
I think they're most of the way through the second volume. I think they have maybe 1 or 2 issues left, and then they can release it. It like has a release date on Amazon, but I think it keeps like moving. Because they're like, oh shit, it's not coming out yet because they haven't goddamn released those issues.
Yeah, they
it's been
forgot that
almost 3 years since the first issue came out, and only like 8 or 9 issues have come out.
It has to exist before they can sell it. Well, I guess not if they're doing pre-orders.
Yeah. Well, actually, with pre-orders on Amazon, they don't actually take the money from you until they ship it.
Ah.
I mean, that's how it works with anything that you buy from them. Like right before they ship it, they take the money out.
I haven't actually.
I mean, usually it's around the same time you buy it because they ship it, pretty quickly. But I don't know why I'm advertising Amazon here.
Amazon,
it's pretty fair prices.
So great, best quality, great customer service.
$25 of comics or more, you get free shipping.
You just can't beat that.
You can't beat those prices. That's a fair and honest deal.
I actually liked Jughead more than the new Archie. Even
Yeah,
though
I
I guess
liked
it
it
takes
more
place in
because
the
it
future.
was. I have no idea. Maybe an alternate
The
future.
future of Archie. It's somewhere ahead of it.
Like a slightly more absurd world than Archie.
Yeah, I
But
like to
I think we are seeing a lot of it through Jughead's eyes.
Yeah, I like to think that Chip Starsky was like, okay, so can I do like a Game of Thrones version of Archie? And they're like, no,
But it's going to be Game of Jones.
you can't. Well, how about like time travel or like a spy movie or like
Superheroes.
pirates? And they're like, no, just it's fucking teen drama. Just write about the teens. He's like, okay, Jughead is going to have a lot of dreams, and they're going to be those things.
Yeah, I do prefer Jughead. Like, I love Mark Waid, but most of the times when people write like teenagers talking, it's pretty garbage. His is more tolerable than most.
No, but there is a lot of text speak, or more than I would like.
Yeah, there's a lot of text speak. There's a lot of as far as it seems like in his world, teenage girls don't know each other's names. They just call each other girl, like at the end of every sentence.
Which, to be fair, is something you do pretty frequently.
Yeah, I do. I'm a grown man, though. I'm allowed to talk how I want.
You can call people girl all you want, and it's totally not creepy.
I say it with a U, though, so it's fun.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you can hear it. Girl.
Say it again?
Girl.
Yeah, I hear it.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. I like Jughead, how they just, like, basically, I think every issue, he goes off, like, for half of the issue, basically, into some dream world of Jughead's, where he's just imagining himself being a medieval peasant or a time traveler or a pirate.
Time-traveling cop.
Time cop, if you will.
Which is a thing from the old Jughead comics that was canon in that realm. Jughead was, for real, a time cop in Archie comics. And maybe. I think he had a thing with Archie's like ancestor or descendant, because she was a time cop, and they probably.
I guess I didn't realize how much of this everything they were bringing in here as just his dreams was actually part of the old comics.
Yeah, the superheroes they just did. I didn't actually read any with the superheroes, but apparently they were also from the old comics. Captain Hero or whatever he was called.
Yeah. Yeah, I have not read any of the old Archie comics except for...
I have so goddamn many of them. All a bunch of double digests.
I read one or two of the ones that are at the end of
those are garbage. Those are like 40s Archie comics. Fuck that.
Yeah.
Mine are like... Well, you know, I think mine were made around the time I bought them, which would have been like early 2000s. But they all come across like they're from the 80s. With like how people talk and like the styles and everything. And there are like older ones as well. Yeah, I mean like they're pretty rad. Like I enjoy them. I read them as recently as like a few years ago, and I still was thoroughly entertained. Mostly by the Jughead double digest because he's the best character.
I'm just imagining like Far Cry Blood Dragon, but in Archie comics. Like
oh god no, they were so goddamn wholesome. 80s. And they had like I don't know why this is so specific in my memory, but they had a story where, because I mean the double digests are huge. They're like 200 pages of just like an assortment of Archie comics, including Little Archie. He hates dames.
Is it like Little Avengers, just like a tinier version of Archie?
Did you not read that Sean Baby article about Little Archie?
I did, but it's been a while.
Because they were insane. They were phenomenal. But there's one issue. It must have been like from the 90s, like the actual comic, because it was like they were going to the skate park and they met. It was like a Tony Hawk guy, but his name was like Tory Bird or something. And they all made sure to wear their elbow pads and knee pads and helmets and stuff. It was real lame. But that's like very like that's like I wonder what memories I've forgone to keep that in my head.
That's probably one of their more extreme stories, I imagine.
Well, according to Little Archie, he almost killed a guy one time.
Almost. Like
with a gun.
So
it wasn't like a whimsical adventure where like he accidentally dropped some rocks on him or something. Like he had a pistol and almost shot a man to death.
So did Maggie Simpson. So you know.
Yeah, but that was a cartoon with swearing. These are Archie comics. Like Archie got bought out by like a Christian company one time.
That's not surprising.
just made Christian comics for like 20 issues. And I think God was literally on Archie's side when he struck a villain with lightning while Archie was quoting the Bible, I think.
To be fair, it's not that far removed at this point. It is still pretty wholesome. It's just a it's just a teen drama.
Yeah, it's more realistic as far as like, you know, they're not like, golly gee whiz, let's go to the. They do still go to the chocolate shop, but
yeah, and
Moose more like
Moose is a simple man, so he doesn't say anything much more complicated than that.
Yeah, I think Mark Waid said he there's like a balance you have to strike before it just becomes depressing of how dumb Moose can be.
Just have you can't get to the point where he needs to be in a different class from everyone else.
So who changes his diapers?
Dilton.
He's very smart, so that makes sense. And there's Trevor with his crazy hair.
Which one's Trevor?
He was the one who like got way too fresh with Betty.
Oh yeah, the black guy. You could have just said the black guy.
There's like more than one.
He's like the one black character in
There's
this
an
town.
Indian guy. Okay.
He doesn't even have a family
Wait,
because he's the only black guy.
I could have sworn there was a guy called Chuck in the old comics. What the hell happened to him? A black guy named Chuck.
Was his last name Spear?
I think it was Dixon, but that is also the name of a comic writer. So, what did you say? It took me like several seconds to process what you just said.
Look,
I think
my
racism circuit's overloaded. It was the 90s and early 2000s.
I'm assuming back in the 50s.
I don't think no, that's way too crazy for 50s Archie. I mean, they didn't have a gay guy until like 2011.
Yeah, that was pretty recent.
That was extremely recent.
And now Jughead is asexual.
Yeah, ace. That's what they say.
Do they?
Apparently, yeah. Somebody on Twitter talked to Chip Zdarsky and was like, "Yeah, you got a canon ace carrot Jughead, whatever," and he retweeted it.
Anyway.
Yeah, Jughead. Kevin. No, we were talking about Trevor, who was getting way too fresh with Betty.
Yeah, that was about it.
Because he just like walked up and he's like, "Hey, Betty, give me a kiss, girl," or whatever. And he was like grabbing her around the hips, trying to kiss her, and then she like pulled off, and it was like, "Whoa, this is not okay." Like the way that he was doing that made you think like, "Oh, well, they must be in a relationship."
And the way she reacted made it seem like
no, they absolutely were not. So what is he doing? This is getting kind of rapey for an Archie comic.
Yeah. I just assumed that like, not that she was leading him on, but that she was like trying to. Because this was right after her and Archie broke up, which happens before the comic starts.
After the #lipstick incident?
Yeah, there were a lot of hashtags. And so I assumed she was just like, inviting him over at like under the pretense of, oh, we're going to be kind of together now and see what Archie thinks about that. But then like,
we're going to play video games. I'm going to wear real baggy jeans.
Yeah, not really committed to it.
Let my ass hang.
She's one of the guys.
Yeah, she likes cars and kissing Archie, just like the guys.
She is, at least in this comic, pretty much just objectively better than Veronica in all the ways.
In every comic, she's objectively better than Veronica. I don't get it.
Well, there's money. She's got money.
Well, Archie's a bad person then, which is why Jughead's the best character. Like I've never been like, yeah, Archie. I've just been like, yeah, Jughead.
Yeah, because he came from money and now he's humble.
Yeah, and he's skinny and he wears like ratty clothes and he's awesome.
Despite his eating disorder.
It's okay, he's got tapeworms, like a lot of them.
Is that canon? Was there a story in the old comics?
So.
About...
Did you notice the hat he was wearing when he was a kid is the hat he wears now, just all messed up? Made into a whoopee cap?
Didn't. I was also surprised to find that whoopee caps exist.
The whoopee cap was a real thing, and why aren't we all wearing them now?
Why are they not all the rage?
I very much like even in Mark Waid's run, I like Jughead because he is like a real person as opposed to teenagers.
Yeah, everyone else just seems like they're like. It seems like they're following the plot that you would expect from a worse story. Like they're just like trying to help things along, and Jughead is the only person who is actually critically thinking. Like they've got a plot to get Archie and Betty back together by voting them both into being homecoming queen and king and queen or whatever. And it seems really, I don't know, just a very typical story. And then Jughead's like, no, I don't think that's going to work. That's,
I'm going to put her with a guy who gets kind of fresh with her.
This isn't a comic. But it is. So
also, he's magic, I think.
Is he?
I think so. He put his hand out, like what seemed to be well before that dodgeball was thrown even at him, and he called it.
I mean, if you do that enough, you're bound to get at least one.
Every other day he got smacked in the face with his giant nose.
He was just waiting for that to happen.
I also like how he, like when Veronica kept getting Archie's name wrong, he yelled at her, because she just hates Jughead, and they've only spoken like once.
Is there any backstory there? Like, were their families rival rich people?
No, I don't think they knew each other. I think he just knows that she's bad for Archie, and I guess she knows that he is all, I don't know.
That he can't be seduced.
That he can't be seduced because he's asexual and she's not a burger.
You know what? She has enough money. She can make that happen.
That'd be a real specific look for just to win over one guy.
Just to spite someone, I'm sure.
Also, Reggie sucks.
Yeah, he is just a bully. Like, the most stereotypical rich bully.
Yeah, you'd think that, I mean, I'm sure that at some point we're gonna see like a different side of him, but so far in 6 issues he just sucked.
I'm not sure of that. He could be a one-sided character this whole time.
I think it was in Mark. You know, he shows up in both Jughead and Archie.
Yeah.
I think it was in Archie. He like goes home and like it's like implied that he doesn't have a great home life or that he's like neglected or something. But also he sucks. There's no excuse for that.
But he is just heavily sexually abused day in, day out.
Just passed around his house like a bag of Oreos.
Like currency.
Did Oreos come in bags?
Like the little mini ones.
Oh, okay, there we go. Like a bag of mini Oreos. Bags.
Yeah. Yeah.
He is just a ribbony, ragged mess.
Yeah.
I'm talking about his butthole.
Well, I guess I prefer Fiona Staples' art in Archie over...
Yeah, that was really, really good.
Anyone
Especially
else.
Jughead, because she drew Jughead fantastically.
Yeah.
Because Jughead's just the best.
But, like, you know, I think, like you've said, it's... If she can only do one thing, I hope it just stays Saga.
I prefer it to be Saga.
But she was still the best.
I'm very... I mean, whenever Saga eventually ends, I hope she goes on to something really awesome, because her art is fantastic.
Yeah. It's really good, and it was like, because this was the first thing I'd read other than Saga that she had done, and it's like, it's obvious once you know her style.
Yeah,
like all the girls kind of look like Alana, but in a good way because it's a good style.
Alana's an attractive lady.
Yeah,
for like a 2-dimensional space woman.
Hey, everyone's got their thing.
That's true. Like furries. Apparently, the furry convention was this past weekend.
The furry convention. In
Atlanta. Like, near you. They could have been out roaming the streets, raping you.
Strangely, I must have missed it. Yeah. So, Archie and Jughead are both good. I liked them. I think Afterlife with Archie was better so far, but...
Yeah, because that's more like a mature comic. And
just hasn't been doing anything.
Yeah, exactly. That's the only problem. Like, that takes the idea of them being real people and, like, really does it a lot better. Because they don't have time to be like, hey, let's text and hashtags and talk terribly
because
we're teenagers.
Go down to Pops for a malt.
Pops for a malt.
No, they actually have to deal with killing people.
Yeah, and...
doesn't happen very often.
Incest and stuff.
In the normal Archie... Yeah, what is up with that?
Implied incest, I guess.
I guess those characters aren't in...
I don't know who they are, so maybe they're more recent than the comics I used to read, like Kevin. Because Kevin's in it. Kevin's a badass. So yeah, I don't know who the hell they are, but I assume they are from the Archie comics, but I assume it's not implied that they're fucking each other.
What if it's just like they're in Archie's head? Because they're the only other two redheads, right?
I think one of the lesbians has red hair, maybe. The Spaniard.
That was probably dyed.
Is that correct? Spaniard.
If she's from Spain, sure.
Yeah, why not?
There's a chance of that. That is a
Yeah.
possibility.
There's
People
like
are
a
from
one
there.
in like 50. I don't know how many Spanish-speaking countries there are.
50. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, why not 52?
Yeah, I liked Afterlife better. It was darker, and it's a zombie comic, which totally isn't common these days. Zombies in pop culture.
Yeah, the only problem I have with Afterlife is that Jughead was the first zombie.
Yeah, he didn't really get much of a chance because that was the first Archie comic I had read. I hadn't read any of the old stuff, so I didn't get any Jughead to begin with.
That sounded gross.
I did not get any Jughead to myself. That's also it was super sad. I think
What, that Jughead died?
well, just the comic in general, but
Yeah.
When what's his name, Vegas,
Yeah,
Archie's dog, when he defends Archie from Hot Dog, the zombie dog, zombie hot dog. Yeah, it was super sad.
It was super sad. His name's Hot Dog.
It's a dumb name.
It's a real dumb name.
Yeah,
He's probably a time cop, too.
Time dog.
Cops can be dogs.
Hot cop.
I haven't read Sabrina yet, but I might get the first volume when that comes out, because it's by the same guy who writes Afterlife. It's not the same universe, but
Okay.
it's like a horror comic, so that seems like it'd be kind of cool. Because, I mean, that Sabrina issue was pretty cool in Afterlife,
Yeah.
where she was in that other dimensional crazy home or whatever.
It was like a Lovecraftian
Yeah, she married
cult
Cthulhu at the end or
sacrificing
something.
her to Cthulhu. Yeah, it was weird.
Hey, Cray.
Don't see very much Lovecraftian type stuff in comics. At least I can think of.
There was a whole series of Cthulhu comics called The Fall of Cthulhu.
Does that really count?
Yes. Also Shumagorath in Doctor Strange. Though he hasn't been in this run yet.
Yeah, Doctor Strange is one that has that. It's got a lot of
That bent to it.
mystic
What? Doctor
Horrors.
Strange has mystic stuff in it?
horrors.
How unusual.
Wait, did you say he was bent?
Yes.
You can't say that.
Oh, they released pictures. Not they released pictures. Happened of Benedict Cumberbatch buying comics in a New York comic book shop in full Doctor Strange outfit.
Yeah, I'm sure that wasn't just for publicity at all.
I think he was filming at the time because he also had fake blood on him, on his face. So I assume he was taking a break from filming. I mean, it was publicity also, but it's not like he woke up that morning and was like, I'm gonna do today. I'm gonna go dress up like Doctor Strange and buy some comics
That absolutely sounds like something Benedict Cumberbatch would do.
and say exactly like that.
Yes.
I wonder if he's gonna be American in the movie.
I don't know. I can't imagine. I can't read any Doctor Strange without imagining him as Dr. Orpheus from Venture Brothers.
Everything he says is just very grand.
Yeah, just very, very big and emphatic. Which is fine. I am fine with that. And if he sounds like that, that'll be great.
If they just dub him over with whoever voices Dr. Orpheus.
Yeah. And just still play it completely serious. Especially any whispered scenes. I'd watch that.
Well, yeah, why wouldn't you? It's Benedict Cumberbatch.
It's a good point.
Exactly. They're saying that I've only seen one thing with him in it.
I've seen Sherlock and Star Trek 2.
Oh, okay. 2 things then. I didn't watch the Hobbit movies.
Yeah, I watched those. I probably won't again. That's not
Where
true.
he played Sauron.
I will probably watch them at least once again.
I got 10 minutes into the first one, and after the second musical number, I was like, nope, this isn't for me.
Anyway, so everyone should read Archie and Jughead and Afterlife for Archie.
Oh,
with
especially
Archie.
Afterlife with Archie.
Especially if they ever come out with a second volume, or finish the second volume.
Or just more issues, at least.
Do something. Acknowledge that it exists.
What is taking so long?
Is Francavilla doing art for anything else?
Francisco Francavilla? I don't think so. He does, random bits of art here and there, covers, and he did a friggin', like 2-page spread in an Entertainment Weekly I got. It's like Deadpool, Mystique, Human Torch, and some white lady. There's like Fox characters all sitting together. So he's got time to do that. Fucking do some more Archie.
How'd it look?
It looks very good. I actually recognized it as soon as I saw it, and I looked at the page, and it was like Francisco Francavilla, and I was like, hey, I know that artist.
He's got a very recognizable color palette.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, in his mouth.
Black, dark blue, orange. That's about it.
Yeah, I do like it's a good atmosphere, I think, for horror comics.
Oh yeah.
Where for the most part, one panel is more or less the same color with like different shades of it, as opposed to like individual colors of different things. Yeah. So it just kind of looks like it has like mood lighting over it.
I haven't much cared for his art outside of Afterlife with Archie, but it's usually it's usually because it'll be like one issue in the middle of something.
Yeah, it'll be in the middle of like an act like he. I don't think of him as a comic book artist because to me comic books are like action and superheroes, whereas he's not like built for that. So don't put him on Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, or his Hawkeye issue wasn't too bad, but
yeah, I can see him better on Hawkeye just because that's like not like a big action comic. It's a lot of atmosphere and character.
Yeah.
But yeah, don't stop putting him on superhero things. Just put him on things where people talk or horror
or fight zombies. Yeah. Who writes Afterlife?
I have no clue what his name is. It's Roberto, and then like 2 or 3 other names. But
that's sad that we don't know his name.
I think he's also like the writer on the new Archie TV show that's coming out, where Luke Perry plays Archie's dad. I don't think he's going to look like he does in the comics. Though that would be amazing if he did.
Yeah, so that'd be
bald with a mustache.
That'd be impressive if he actually did like Tom Cruise in Tropic Thunder. You
know what? I really super bet that'd be awesome actually. I super bet he's going to be divorced, and part like a B plot is going to be
Jesus.
him dating because he's Luke Perry,
and he has to have that in his contract.
Yeah, like he's not just going to be like a married dad because he's Luke Perry. Like him and Archie are going to have like I've never seen Gilmore Girls. But I'm going to say that him and Archie are going to have a Gilmore Girls type relationship that the mom and daughter had in that.
Yeah, I
would
watch that.
They're going to be more buddies than they are dad and son.
No one's going to believe that they're actually related.
And I bet Luke Perry has it written like into his contract that like once an episode somebody has to confuse them for siblings.
or confuse him for Luke Perry.
I'm putting a lot of pressure on Luke Perry here. Like he could be a totally nice guy.
Has he been in anything since 90210 other than Family
Guy
was, playing himself?
He was Inspector Spacetime in the American version.
Was he?
Yeah. And he was in like an episode of Raising Hope as Luke Perry as like the ghost of Arbor Day or something like that. I don't remember exactly what it was, but it was pretty funny. But yeah, so he's the writer on the Archie TV show, which I'm gonna have to watch at least the pilot. Yeah. It's called Riverdale. And Jughead is played by one of those twins from the Disney Channel.
Zach
I don't know
and Cody?
if it's Tia or Tamara, though. Yeah. Yeah, it's Zach or Cody.
Aren't they like 10 still in my mind?
I saw a picture of me. Like I guess he looks like Jughead. He's got dark hair, and I haven't seen him in the hat. So they're probably going to make him wear a beanie with like a crown, like pin.
That'll be the reveal at the end of the first season.
What the crown?
Him finding the crown.
How he gets the crown. And according to the plot synopsis, it actually kind of starts off like Mark Waid's, but the opposite. It's at the end of like Archie and Jughead are no longer friends as of the first episode, apparently. And it also describes Jughead as a heartthrob. So I'm assuming they're not going with the asexual thing, and maybe they're going to sex him up a little and not just make him a dude who eats burgers and gives really sound advice.
I would not expect them to go with the asexual thing at all on a TV show at this point.
The CW.
Okay, I was going to say, what channel is this on? CW.
The CW.
They can't have an asexual character on the CW. That is
his name's fucking Jughead.
Physically impossible.
I don't know why that to me means asexual, but yeah.
So he's going to team up with Archie's dad, and they're just going to get laid all over the place.
Oh, that's going to be insane. Got to get so many UTIs. Gonna be buying a lot of cranberry juice in the Andrews household.
Ugh.
Cranberry juice tastes pretty good.
I don't like
So,
cranberries.
I've never eaten a cranberry. I enjoy their juice.
I don't like the taste of cranberry, which is in juice.
It's an acquired taste.
Why bother acquiring it?
Well, okay, so apparently you need to drink cranberry juice to help with UTIs, but also drinking too much cranberry, or no, with kidney stones, but also drinking too much cranberry juice can cause kidney stones.
So there's just a sweet spot there that you need to hit.
You gotta hit the center. Which sucks because it tastes good. It's like the kind of thing like I could just drain an entire bottle in one go.
Clearly you shouldn't.
I've been fine so far. I do that and then I just don't drink it for like half a year. So I think I found a good balance. It's like how you shouldn't eat like salmon more than apparently the recommended amount of salmon so you don't get mercury crazy is once every 6 months.
I don't think I eat salmon that often.
I very much enjoy salmon. I just hate cooking it, so I'll just get it when I go to a restaurant or sushi.
Get someone else to make it for you.
Exactly, like an actual Asian person, not just me with Scotch tape at my eyes.
Well, there's your health fact of the day: cranberries and salmon.
Mercury
Stay away.
And kidney stones, or kidney stones made of mercury, so they come out as liquid.
Yeah, that seems convenient.
They just drip out.
It's probably the best way to go about it. Plus, you can tell what the temperature is.
Yeah, it's like how far it goes up your penis.
Yeah. Anywho, thanks for listening.
Yeah, we like making them, so you like listening to them. I think that's how that saying goes.
Is it?
Nope.
Want to give that another shot?
I don't, actually.
Right.
'Cause I don't even remember what I said, or who you are, or what's going on here, or what I'm wearing. Oh, wait, nothing.
Hot.
Yeah. A lot of nipple play in this house.
Bye.
Later.